Good old JR, gathering media news so you can look smarter. And do you ever say thank you? I doubt it.
It's all part of a greater plan. You'll see. Media News, episode 147. Winnetou Stubbs.
Out of here. Get the hell out of here.
Oh, we have fun at our little video clubhouse, don't we?
Hey, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. It's time for
media news. I'm not going to be that up like you. I can't.
Media News. Media News number
147.
And Media News is coming to you from this place, Alternate Reality, which is located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Creek. Yes, we're in Alternate
I thought
Reality.
it was a Jewel's. I was going to say a loaf of bread.
Yes.
I need a loaf of bread. What
That's
aisle
aisle
is that
4 down
It's
there.
only 112 on the corner there.
Yeah.
I used to, little known story, Comic Book Man used to work at a Jewel way back when I was in high school. When I was in high school, I was the guy who used to get carts out in the lot, and man, did I love that job because I'd stay out there for hours.
Wow, nice.
And hide. But you know what? People would always ask me in the parking lot, as they're coming into the store, where can I find Comet Cleanser? Or where can I find toilet paper? And it'd always be the same thing. Everything was in aisle 6. Everything was in aisle 6.
That was a loaded aisle for you.
Oh, that's in aisle 6.
It's right next to the tuna fish.
Yeah, right next to the tuna fish. I'll be out here where you won't find me. Anyway, all alternate realities where we're coming from. We're all new comics.
Well,
We're
we
50%
digress.
up every day for everyone. Oh, we've actually got some media news here.
What? When did that happen?
We've actually got media news
Wow.
here. And it's all in aisle 6.
You know, the
Right
other thing,
down
if I ever worked at a Jewel, just to keep myself entertained, I'd walk around the store and pretend I had Tourette's syndrome. That's all I could do, because I'd be really bored.
Oh, for those of you who are wondering who live in Seattle or something, Jewel's a local food store chain here in
Jewel-osco.
Chicago. Yeah, Jewel-osco.
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 All right, well, how about that
Anyway,
media news?
it's like
Kevin?
your
Media news, media news. First story we got, Jurassic Park 4!
Which is going to take place at a Jewel-osco. It's
going to
amazing.
take place at Jewel-osco
Aisle 6.
in aisle 6.
Tyrannosaurus Rex in aisle 6.
What's up with Jurassic Park 4?
We're getting more. Comic-Con is this weekend. San Diego
Yes.
Comic-Con, and
San
the news is falling out of trees like dead apples. Comic Book Man. Steven Spielberg actually made an appearance at Comic-Con for the first time ever, and he talked about Tintin, and he talked about somebody asked him about Jurassic Park, and he said, "Yep, we're gonna make a 4th one. We have a writer." We have a story we like,
Writer, what do we know of those for?
and we have a story we like, and we want to start shooting within the next 2 to 3 years. So, more people running away from CGI dinosaurs. And you know, I revisited the first film not too long ago, and that's already not, what was that, 1993 or something
93,
like that?
94, something like
Almost
that.
20 years ago, and those special effects are still pretty flawless 20 years down the line.
Well, he pulled Jaws in that one. You don't really have a lot of dinosaurs in that. If you watch that film, there aren't a lot of dinosaurs, but what you get is when they're there, they're there.
They're big time.
And then they're gone. And it's a lot of this.
And they interact very well with the environment and the characters that are in there and stuff, too. It's pretty remarkable, still nearly 20 years down the line. But anyway, we digress yet again here at the Comic Shop News.
Next up, Comedy Central has renewed
this is an
season
amazing
17.
story.
Season 17. It's in the running to beat Simpsons as one of the longest running.
Comedy Central has renewed South Park for 2 more seasons.
Okay.
They've given it a commitment for 2 more seasons, which will bring the season count up to 17.
17. Which is still behind The Simpsons.
Yeah, but how many episodes in a season?
They break them up these days. They do 12 a year, and they do 6 and 6, I think, something like that. They spread them out across the year. But about 12 episodes a year they're doing over there at Comedy Central. But still, 17-year run. Who'd have thought, Comic Book Man, when we first saw South Park 17 years ago?
I'm amazed that it's 17 years since remember George Clooney? He was the guy that got South Park up and off the ground.
On the map, exactly.
Yeah, the little cardboard construction paper characters slid around in the
Santa Claus
thing.
versus Jesus.
Santa Claus versus Jesus.
He shopped that around Hollywood and got those guys a gig.
Yeah.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone are up for a Tony Award this year. A side note
for the Mormon thing.
Yes, for the Book of Mormon.
Book of Mormon.
Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
These guys have come a long way.
Well, you know, they're real talented.
They're
real
very
talented. You know, everybody talks about the talking turd, and that. But you know what? You ever watch some South Parks? They are written a lot more intelligently than one would think for a bunch of cut out cardboard characters that are slid around.
They're incredibly subversive. There's a lot of great undertone to those shows. I mean, it's hit or miss like any sort of comedy show, but man, 9/10 of the time they are firing on all 8. 17
Nothing
years
is
down the
sacred
line.
over there.
And nothing is sacred for those guys.
Nothing's sacred.
All right.
Josh Whedon. He's working on an Avengers film, but we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. Instead, we're going to talk about Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods, which, all right, let's go back in time. Let's set the Wayback Machine to 2009.
Joe.
When MGM, remember that studio?
Yeah,
Comic Book Time?
them. Yeah, we've done lots of stories about MGM
Yes,
going
we
bankrupt and then getting out of bankruptcy and
Yeah,
then whoring themselves out as much as they possibly can to make a buck.
Joss Whedon made a film for them back in 2009 called Cabin in the Woods, a horror comedy. And after MGM had its little problems, it sat on a shelf and sat on a shelf. Here we are, coming up on 2012 next year, and it's getting a release date. Why?
Finally.
April 13th of 2012. And you know what? That's a
is
mere
that the
3
same?
weeks.
Is that the same week the
3
Avengers?
weeks before the Avengers come out. So
Synergy.
And
That's why you can talk about it on the same promotional tour.
yeah, exactly. And the film Cabin in the Woods stars Chris Hemsworth, who is the mighty Thor.
Thor, there
in
you
the
go.
Avengers
There
film.
you
So
go.
My
there's
back is Thor.
some sort of synchronicity there going on.
Okay. Meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
over on the Lone Ranger front,
Yes.
you got
casting,
a couple of casting notes.
a lot of it. We already know that Johnny Depp is playing Tonto, and the kid from one of the kids from the Facebook movie is playing the Lone Arm and Hammer. Army Hammer is his name.
Hammer.
Army Hammer is playing the Lone Ranger.
Okay.
We now have Helena Bonham Carter,
Okay.
who's going to play a madam.
Oh, she really hooker. Okay.
She's playing a hooker. Dwight Yoakam is playing Butch Cavendish,
Okay.
the heavy in the piece. Filming starts this October. And Johnny Depp, for those of you fans out there, you like him as the pirate.
Yeah, Johnny Depp has got his fingers in so many pies.
Yes,
It's not funny.
He's a busy guy. He's the pirate. He's the Lone Ranger. He's Barnabas Collins in the Dark Shadows movie.
He's Charlie from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Charlie, exactly, from
He's-
Willy. No, he's Willy Wonka. in
Or Willy
Charlie.
Wonka.
He's
Willy Wonka.
in
Willy
Charlie.
Wonka.
What else is
He's
he-
also the Mad Hatter.
Yes, and I hear he's going to play Flipper. That's coming very soon. Gentle Ben. But all seriousness aside, Johnny Depp has yet another project. You see, Comic Book Man, he has his own production company. Johnny is so wealthy from these pirate movies that
Well, geez, he's charging an arm and a leg for those things, and he sleepwalks his way through them.
And you know, Disney wants to do another one, and the word is that
Yes.
Johnny wants not something in the one figures or the two figures.
Holy crap.
Yeah,
Over
3
100
figures.
million.
And I bet Disney ponies that up for him too. But
Yeah.
anywho's, he has his own production company called Infinitum Nihil.
Great,
Nihil, whatever. Well, he owns the rights to a property you and I are very familiar with.
Which is related to Dark Shadows, in
yes.
sort of a left-handed way, but
Yes.
it is related.
Is related to Dark Shadows, the Night Stalker.
Yes,
Carl
Kolchak.
Kolchak, who was a reporter who investigated paranormal things that sort of just happened. He wasn't actually looking for them, but he would go to a supermarket opening and all of a sudden there'd be a mummy walking around.
Dan Curtis, which did Dark Shadows originally on ABC, after Dark Shadows went off the air, he did Night Stalker.
He did. Well,
also for
he
ABC.
did it. He did 2 TV movies of the Night Stalker.
Yeah, Night Stalker and Night Strangler.
He did Night Strangler, and then ABC wanted a TV series. And the good sense that Mr. Curtis had to say to ABC, you can't do this as a television series.
What? You gonna do this like the X-Files? Nobody's gonna watch
Every
that.
week he's going to meet a new monster. That's ridiculous. But ABC went ahead and did it without him.
Yeah.
And now Johnny Depp has sold. He's going to bring his version to Disney. Disney's got the inside track to do this.
I can't wait to see him in a seersucker suit.
And the hat.
and the hat,
And the hat.
and the crappy camera, and the talk to me.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's going to be modern. It'll be more modern. But anyway.
Why? Do it up like a period.
He said it in
Show
the
some
70s.
balls.
That
Do
would
it.
be
And
kinda
do it in the
fun.
early '70s.
That
Make
would
it
be
a
kinda
period
fun.
piece,
And
and
please-
stick him in a seersucker suit with the camera on the neck and the hand recorder.
And please make it better than that TV series from about 6 years ago that Stuart Townsend did. Remember?
Oh, everybody loved that thing.
Yeah, it was
You know, I remember I watched the pilot on that thing, and Carl Kolchak is in there, I think, twice. Darren McGavin. He's in the reflection in a mirror,
Yes.
and then he's in another scene where he's like off in the distance
Yeah.
talking to somebody in a background shot.
And it's
They
really
worked it
weird
in.
because I think they actually refer to him as Carl.
Yeah.
But this new Stuart Townsend was actually playing the character, so I don't know what was going on there. But the less said about that show, the better.
Yes.
But Johnny Depp, he's going to make it better.
God bless him.
Yeah, he's going to make it better.
God bless him. Okay, that's it. We're
done.
done. We're finished right here. We've got no more media news, but you can go to the store's website and you can check out all of this man's reviews and all of Bo's news that's up on the website. And where's the store's website at?
Oh, it's on the computer.
Yes, it is. It's on the computer. So you go there, and until next time, oh, wait, we're at on the computer.
You got to type stuff.
It needs a
Type
address.
stuff.
You gotta
I
type
need
stuff.
an
Type stuff.
address.
Yeah, type
Oh,
stuff.
information
Yeah.
superhighway. What's that called? The
interwebs.
scrotum, the
interwebs.
the web,
The Tweety.
interweb. And we're at on the
Are you
interweb.
on the Tweety? You got the Tweety?
We're on the Tweety. We're on the Tweety
Twister.
web.
I like
Are you
to
on the
take
face
Twister.
page?
I am the face page. Sarah!
God, don't yell.
You'll feel way better about yourself. www.myalternatereality.com
So stop off at the store's website and check out all of his reviews and all of Bo's news.
Bo's news.
That's media related. And until next time, this is Comic Book Man.
And it's JR.
Saying bye.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.